Welcome to the Clean Slate with your hosts, Daniel Garza and Carson Phillips, providing you with movie news, reviews, and more. Sit back, relax, and don't forget to go to the concessions to get your popcorn and drinks. For your entertainment, this is the Clean Slate Podcast.
Sorry, that was weird. Welcome back to the Clean Slate Podcast. I'm your host, Carson Phillips, here with Daddy D Garza. I was trying to think of a new nickname for you.
Who is also the host.
Yeah, we're co-hosts. We're like co-parenting.
Exactly, co-parents this podcast.
If we ever split up, we will continue this podcast separately.
But we'll just hate each other. Yeah.
We'll just do separate reviews. That's two videos
on the same channel.
Can we do that like as a plot, like an in-universe plot?
We could. Yeah.
Is that even funny? That's not funny.
Well, we already kind of did it with
That's true. We're building off of established lore.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the podcast. We are starting a new month. Happy August. We are doing Mystery August. So I don't know why
it's a nice ring
every single month, but so guys, the first movie we are starting off with is 1985's Clue. So yes, I'm actually surprised they haven't remade this movie. I think this movie could go for a remake. I think it could.
Like they'd make it too serious, or like Pete Davidson would be in it.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be like what is that movie that we just got with Daniel Craig?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a spiritual successor almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
More Agatha Christie though, I would say. I don't know.
More Yvette.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's crazy.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. This movie's awesome.
That's actually crazy because I think this movie is. Hold on, I'm getting my daughter's crumbs off of my mic.
I have to get my own crumbs off.
Yeah, it's actually surprising. This is like one of a very popular movie that I have seen that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
And I actually really like this movie. Okay, so let's go with the logline. 6 guests are anonymously invited to a strange mansion for dinner, but after their host is killed, they must cooperate with the staff to identify the murderer as the bodies pile up.
Yeah, so what this movie does is it very much follows the board game like setup pretty closely. Like I don't know how many board game movies there are. I mean, I guess Battleship, which is like the worst movie ever, but this has to be the most faithful board game adaptation ever. Like they're going to all the different rooms in the mansion that you get in the board game. All the murder weapons are available. They do tie it obviously all into like this blackmail scheme. They don't know who's blackmailing them, and there's multiple murders. So there's a lot of added layers to make it work as a movie, but it's pretty much the board game, which is great.
Yeah. Which is really fun, and they even add like the board game pieces into it, which is a lot of fun. Dude, because I even forgot about that when I was like watching it, like the board game. Yeah. I haven't played that board game forever, but it is actually pretty cool that they like even. I was like, oh yeah, I remember these little pieces. So
like the candlestick and
stuff like that. The noose,
yeah, it's awesome. I want to play that right now.
So this movie, I mean, the main people I knew were Tim Curry from Home Alone, 2.
From Home Alone is crazy.
Yeah, that's
what you know him from.
Yep, and then Christopher Lloyd, obviously from Back to the Future.
Yeah,
and he looks young in this too.
Christopher Lloyd, yeah, he's a lot younger in this than what we know him from. Yeah, there's a lot of other people too that you would recognize. Like
Colleen Camp.
Yeah, Eileen Brennan, I think is how you say her last name.
Yeah.
She's in quite a bit of stuff. So it has a pretty great cast of like just iconic people from that time period.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So let's go into likes and dislikes immediately. I mean, this movie is pretty much a board game, but it's a lot more quirky. Let's talk about our likes and dislikes.
Yeah, right off the bat, I think the movie is really funny. I think the humor has aged in a way where it just feels more campy, I guess, in a lot of ways. I don't know if it's always intentional, but that's fine because I think for a modern audience, you're going to appreciate it in a different way than like the original audience. So I think it's still really funny. I thought the cast does such a great job. Tim Curry's amazing in this. He plays a really charismatic character, and then when he's explaining everything at the end, he does such a great. Like, it feels like it's
a lot of like stage comedy type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this very much feels like a play.
Yeah.
If there isn't a play or musical for this, they probably should do that because that would be great. But yeah, it feels very much like Daniel was saying, like a stage play, and it's just funny. I think that's my favorite part. It's also shot really well. The special effects are decent for the most part. Some of the like killing stuff is maybe a little dated, but I think it's more to keep it humorous, not gory.
Yeah.
And yeah, also when this came out originally, the theaters were all getting different prints of the movie, so different film prints, and they all had different endings. So the version I think we both watched had all the endings.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun to see them all lined up and imagine like how I'd feel leaving the theater with each of those, because the last one they show, the real ending, was definitely the best one for me. Yeah, there's a title card that says this is how it actually happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you not watch that version?
Maybe I didn't see that last part. Well, I didn't see that title card, but I'm pretty sure the way that it ended was the way that I remember watching it.
Well, in theaters, though, they all had different endings. They wouldn't show you. I think for the home release, they just gave you all of the endings.
Got you. That's cool.
So, yeah. So I do appreciate the ending. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the gags really hold up. Like, the J. Edgar Hoover stuff is funny, because we all know he also was gay. And all the build up to like why people are being murdered and stuff like that is also just like, it's clever, but it's not too clever. Like, you could obviously solve this because you've played Clue, and it's the same way. And it's funny too, because he's always like, oh, how did they do it and with what? Like, they're literally setting it up like when you try to guess who the killer is in Clue. Like, you have to include what weapon it was, which is stupid but really fun. Yeah, those are all my likes, but I think it's a great movie.
Okay, cool. Yeah, same for me. I watched this in college. Shout out to Tim. He introduced me to this movie, and I, like, even more so hated old movies back in the day, but I thought this movie was hilarious. So to me, this movie kind of has like a Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
What is it called? Monty Python kind of feel to it. Like, the comedy is just very
bombastic.
It's very physical, but it's also smart in the dialogue, which they have payoffs like we were kind of talking about throughout the movie. And yeah, I think overall it's some of it's pretty dated in terms of how it looks, but I think the humor still is like pretty good for today's time.
Well, and that's the thing, is I feel like the script isn't technically that good. I think it's the performances that really make it still funny today.
Probably,
like how they handle that material.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I think also there's a lot of good performances. There's some things that kind of get old with like the maid thing, like just how she is very showy in her outfit. That
there's a couple good gags with it though.
Yeah, there are, but I think overall the ending is the best payoff for this movie, and then the fact that right when I originally watched this, I didn't see all the different like variations of the ending, so to be able to like kind of like I saw the ending that I was used to, and then I looked away, and then all of a sudden another one happened, and I thought because I watched it on Tubi, it like rewound itself, because it literally did. Yeah. When I first started the movie. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait. I was like, I think these are alternate endings. And I was just like locked in for those.
Yeah.
So
which one was your favorite?
I would probably say the funniest one to me was like, I think it was funny for a different reason, but was when Tim Curry was the killer. And he just like, because we watched this whole like super dramatic, I liked it.
Solving it.
Yeah, and then he was just like, by the way, it was me the entire time, and it was like, wait, what? And it was just such a switch up and change of character. I'm low-key glad that wasn't the actual ending, but it was pretty funny.
I think that's the final ending, is where it is him, and then the guy who says he's gay is like
he's actually the FBI agent. Yeah,
I think that's such a funny ending, and he's like, and I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Yeah.
Like, I cackled at that. Such a stupid joke. Like, it's not even funny, but it is funny.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so yeah, I think there's also a lot of good nods too, especially when they're all running around in the house and just like it's like kind of like a comedy of errors type of deal, which it's like it's the perfect movie for that. And like people running in and jumping into each other and people getting locked out of places. It's just
or just locking in random strangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're not random actually though.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, it's a really good movie.
What about dislikes? That's the real question.
Dislikes from me, I wasn't super invested in every single character. Like, what's her name? Miss Scarlet, I think, is the one who was a lady of the night. Her character,
yeah, the one who's like in charge of the ladies of the night, or the one who like murdered her husband.
The one that is in the like that bluish dress type thing, and she goes on that whole monologue. Like, he was one of my clients. Yeah. Didn't really love her character, and then also I also felt like the Mrs. Peacock. She was funny, but she was a little bit too extra for me at times. Where I was like, okay.
She screams a lot.
Yeah, and I was
felt the
just
same
like
way about the Colonel. I feel like sometimes it was too like he's playing like a caricature, right?
Yeah,
and it just feels like a little bit much, but that's kind of all of them, I guess, in some way at certain scenes.
Yeah, I mean, the Colonel for me had a funny ending in one of them where I thought he was kind of
that's a good ending.
Yeah, and then there's like at the very end, like right, I think he did really well with like being pushed around by Tim Curry a lot and different things like that, or all of them really did. But yeah, I didn't have too many dislikes. Maybe that it's like a little bit like not hard to follow, but it takes a minute to get into it and then figure out all the reasons why they're all there. That's kind of the hard part about all these ensemble casts that have something to do with a murder, is you need to learn everything about them. And then, right, because part of our audience is, or the audience side is, we're trying to figure out also who we think it is. Yeah. Which I think it's hilarious when this movie just has 5 different endings, because it's like, awesome. Okay.
It literally could be anybody.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think for me, on that same note, is the beginning, like the setup, is pretty slow, and it takes a long time to get to the point where it's even the first murder.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know if we need that much setup. Like, I think some of that information could have been revealed in other ways to make it a little bit more well written. But it's such a minor thing, because the end product of this movie is really funny and works really well. So, but yeah, I would say the beginning and like all that exposition there does not fully fly with my enjoyment.
Yeah, 100% agree. However, this movie does stand the test of time for me. Like, I was a little bit, when I looked at our list of what we were having, I was a little bit worried of being like, oh crap, what did we choose? And Clue. But yeah, this one was good. I still like it kind of like Blazing Saddles, where it's just kind of stupid comedy, but it's good comedy. Something that you can just enjoy. Anyway, so yeah, I would probably give this movie about a 3.5 out of 5.
That's exactly what I gave it.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, I think this is a good like group watch though. Like, if you have a bunch of
this is friends, a good like
I feel like this would be a good watch.
Anyway,
our next movie is very serious, so this was a good preparer for me. I haven't seen the next one yet, but it's something else.
I haven't. Yeah, not yet. So guys, we are going to continue with Mystery August. I almost said Mystery March, which sounds better, but I was anyway, so yeah, we got I think 3 more movies this month, and then we're also thinking about possibly doing another Real versus Real. We know you guys love those, and we get a lot of engagement, thousands of views every single time we post them. So guys, we're gonna give you another I'm just kidding.
We got like 2 views.
No, I think we did decent.
Don't check. Don't look.
I won't. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for Clue. If you want to go watch it, I believe it's on Tubi for free, or you can always rent it.
Tubi or MGM.
Yeah, one of those.
I don't know who has that, but it probably, if you have cable, it probably comes on TV often, I bet. I have a feeling.
If you haven't yet, go watch this if you aren't already. Go subscribe, like it, please. And let us know what you think. Let us know what movies you want us to do. And we're almost done with our season, which is kind of sad to say. We got one more month.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, time is
our season
flying by.
Starts in October. That's how we do it.
Yeah, it's a weird system.
Is Halloween movies, so.
Anyway, guys, so follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and we will see you on the next review. Peace.
That's a Clean Slate.